Good morning on this Thursday, February 20th. Welcome to Breakfast with Bridgett, streaming live on News 6 Plus. Click Orlando.com and our YouTube channel. I'm Bridgett Ellison. Good to be with you. And this morning we are waking up, drying out a little bit from yesterday and getting ready for some temperatures to dip down as we move throughout the day and into tomorrow. And Chief Meteorologist Candace Campos is going to get us prepared as we get ready to dust off our sweaters, jackets, coats, whatever you need there. And we'll talk to her in just a second. We also have a live interview this morning with Alpha Phi Alpha, the local chapter, once again putting on a great community event. This time an oratorical contest for students. They'll be competing for some awards and laptops, and it's a interesting topic they'll be discussing in that competition. So we'll get more details on that coming up. But first, let's get you ready to head out. And Chief Meteorologist Candace Campos is in the Pinpoint Weather Center, and we're shaping up for a nicer day than yesterday, Candace.
Oh, absolutely. If you like it cooler, right? Because yesterday, some people liked it. It was breezy, it was warm. And then we got the rain towards the tail end of the day, like we talked about yesterday morning. Today, the breeze is still going to be in place, but rather than coming out of the south, bringing the heat and humidity, it's now veered out of the north. So that's going to be funneling in all that nice cold Arctic air that we're going to be tapping into. But right now, we are still dealing with kind of cloudy skies. So the morning a bit on the gloomier side for many folks. So as we take you kind of a live look outside right now, this is Cape Canaveral. You can see we have a lot of cloud cover in place, but notice the picture, the frame there, shaking in the wind, got the palm frond there, constantly being blown around. Right now, the breeze is steady at about 10 miles per hour, gusting upwards about 15 to 20. Right now, we're in those 50s. It's a mild start. It's where we should technically be for this time of the year. But notice right there, those temperatures will be in the mid 60s this afternoon, and that is where our warming will stop. So we'll be a much colder day today than we had yesterday. So out the door right now, it's a touch cooler than yesterday morning. We're in the mid to low 50s, getting close to those 40s there in Flagler County. But as we look here at your wind gusts, notice that breeze is primarily out of the northwest, gusting upwards about 20 to 25 miles per hour. And that will make things feel really nice and comfortable today as the skies continue to clear. That breeze continues to pick up, but that breeze will stick around even into the overnight hours, which is going to play a role in how cold temperatures are going to feel. So highs pretty much across the board today will be into the 60s, but then once the sun goes down, temperatures are going to slide quickly down into those 30s and 40s. So a significantly colder start tomorrow for your Friday. Areas up and down the I-4 corridor towards the coastline, we're all pretty much in those 40s. But basically north and west of the I-4 zone, we could have that potential of dipping down below about that 40-degree mark. So we're looking at 33, 37 degrees. But areas of Marion County will have the highest threat for freezing temperatures. And because of that, the National Weather Service has issued a freeze warning in effect for western and central Marion County through tomorrow morning. But again, we always talk about that wind chill behind a cold front because right now the winds are picking up. And when you factor in the cold temperatures in the 30s and 40s, and then you tack on a breeze of at least 5 to 10 miles per hour, you're naturally going to get a wind chill. So some of the models are even showing wind chill values in the 20s and 30s, pretty much area-wide. So even though Orlando might not be seeing an actual temperature of freezing, it certainly will be feeling like freezing. After tomorrow morning, things are going to start warming up. Not a big-time heat up. It doesn't look like we're going to get hitting 80 anytime this weekend, but you can see that the blue is going to slowly start to retreat back north, keeping conditions pretty mild. And that is why, as we head into the weekend, low 70s, running near normal by the time we head into Tuesday. As of now, it looks like the warmest day of the week could be Wednesday, as we'll get very close to near 80 degrees. So enjoy these 60s. You know, Steve was joking during the morning show, but I was trying to take a very holistic approach where it's just like, enjoy the air, breathe in the nice cool temperatures. And I just say that because it's mid-February, practically towards the tail end of February. March, fronts get really hard to come by. And then by April, bye. We're going to be talking about heat. We're going to talk humidity. We're going to talk afternoon storms. We're going to talk hurricanes. So yeah. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to enjoy the next 2 days because you know what? Darn it, we can.
these last little bits of cool air. So I'll see if I
Yeah.
can convince the kids to wear a little bit heavier jacket tomorrow. We'll see how that goes.
Tell them this is the last time they can wear their jackets while they still fit.
Oh, making me
Well,
sad.
that's not really. We're just
Okay,
lying. They'll,
okay,
they'll wear it again.
okay, okay,
We'll
okay.
we'll we'll make sure they fit in season. Don't worry.
Oh boy. All right. Thanks, Candace.
Bye.
Bye. All right. We want to get a check of the traffic with Trooper Steve, and he is back from Margaritaville this morning, and I'm sure you can't wait to
Yes.
go back.
That was a really good time yesterday.
Hmm.
The weather was a little cloudy, so it made for a nice drive and getting out there so early. I tell you, look at this shot here. I had the cameras rolling. This is Margaritaville
Hmm.
over on the west side of Osceola County. So this is Sunset Park. It's attached to that area, all part of like a big, just recreational kind of area. During the stream yesterday, Bridget, I kind of
Hmm.
described it as this is a place to where if you're visiting Central Florida and you don't want to embed yourself in that downtown Orlando mess or the attractions mess, you could
Any
truly
of it.
hang out here,
Hmm.
go do the parks, and then slide down 429 on the back end and spend your nightlife out in a safe, kind of brand new area. You told me you had
Hmm.
known about this area already, but they
Yeah.
had the Brazilian restaurant out there.
Hmm.
They have a few chicken spots, a few, just so many cool,
Yes.
unique locations out
And if
there.
you
I had
have
a
like
really good
family and
time
friends
driving out.
coming to the area, you can recommend this. It's like you need to stay over here. This is why. And
Yes,
it's and you can
absolutely.
meet them there.
I would be so more in tune to hang out with someone out in this portion of town than if they
Hmm.
said, "Well, I'm staying at Disney Springs," and I'm like, "Good for you," because I'm not. I'm not coming down there, kind of thing. But I really want to check out the Brazilian restaurant
Let me
that's
know when you
there.
go.
Uh, I will because I was there, a little secret. So after my stream, the
Hmm.
marketing director reached out to me and
Tell
was
me.
like, "Hey, it was like, hey, we'd love to invite you and the team down here to come check out
Hmm.
some of the stuff." And I'm like, "Look, don't offer an invitation because my team likes food and we will come down and hang out." So, but I'm really looking forward to just diving in a little deeper out there because they have so
Right.
much more space.
Hmm.
Hawaii, what H2O, the
Yeah,
island
the water
park,
park.
is there.
You have that
I was
dine-in
so
movie theater
confused.
down there, and then the Margaritaville
Yes.
Resort is so charming with its like hotel as well as like the little bungalow villa type things that look like little Key West houses, and
Yeah,
lots of
you
folks
hit
are
it on
getting
the head.
retirement jobs out there. They tell me.
I saw that, like, even some of the people working the gate, I would not expect them to be working,
Hmm.
but they're like, I just do this for fun, and I
Yeah,
live right around the corner. I'm
yeah.
like, good for you. Good for
Smart.
you. So
Hmm.
today I'm going to be driving over towards MCO. Their PIO, they have a new PIO out there. And we were chatting the other day about how crazy they have all these great accommodations to park your car, yet drivers still park
Oh
along
yeah.
436
Hmm.
on the shoulder out there or along 528. Not
Hmm.
only is this dangerous to the
Hmm.
drivers who are parking there, it's also illegal. So
Hmm.
there's signs all over the place. Their traffic is always interesting. So my goal
Hmm.
today at 10 o'clock is I'm going to go drive both A, B, and C terminals.
Hmm.
And then we're going to kind of call out some of the drivers that we see parked in the
Hmm.
wrong areas. But I'm also going to show you their cell lots because I even have to go wait in
Yeah.
the cell lots too when the wife's coming in town.
Hmm.
So I like a certain spot. There's a certain spot I like to park. And I'm going to show everybody today at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, and I think people sometimes just don't want to take the extra time to go through the process of you do have to weave through and find it, but this it's not safe, because that shoulder, people coming up around the exit and you're trying to look at the signs and then trying to see which lane you're
Yeah.
supposed to be in, and if you're pulled over to the side, someone could mistake you as being a part of the flow. This
And boom.
Yeah, it's
And
not
that's what's
good.
going to happen. And it took me
Mhm.
getting through the what you just said is let me just drive through the airport, and on the
Mhm.
south end they've got the Dunkin' Donuts there, they've got a
Mhm.
huge parking lot, and I was like, wait, it's 2 extra minutes and I get to sit
Mhm.
here and be peaceful. So that's where I park, and that's where I'll show everybody
So
today
now
at
you
10
can
o'clock.
get
I'll
out
give
and
you the
go to
traffic.
Dunkin' while you're waiting?
You can get out. Yeah, the
Okay.
cell lot is attached to the Dunkin' Donuts parking
What?
lot.
I didn't know that.
Yes,
I've been
crazy.
to the cell
I'm going
lot,
to
but maybe not.
show you
Maybe the
today.
Dunkin' wasn't there when I went. I don't know.
It is new. It is new.
Okay.
So it's right across the street from Terminal C. So see,
Okay.
look, people need to
But
know
but but
this
so the
stuff.
cell lot, is that the same one that has the restrooms? Because I've been to the one that has where you can park and go to the restroom. There's restrooms, like a little
So they're
rest
right next
area.
to each other.
Okay.
Yeah, they're right next to each other. There's one that's further back that's bigger, but then there's a closer one that you can just pull into the Dunkin' Donuts and the gas station there, and there's a whole nother separate parking lot.
While you're there, just try this
Uh-huh.
out. Look, and I know you're out there a lot anyway, but when you're trying to figure out which parking lot to park in for like the extended economy parking, to me
Uh-huh.
that is a little bit tricky, and I think people
Okay.
get mixed up with the signs and kind of panic, and then you end up circling again because you messed up with your turn.
I will break that down
um
on with
mhm,
intention today.
mhm. Because they're
Make sure
changing a
everybody
lot of the
knows.
parking situation out there and working on improving it, so
Well, the rumor is United is going to buy out JetBlue in Terminal
mhm.
C because JetBlue can't afford it. That's breaking news.
Mm, mm.
Watch out.
Okay.
So we'll see what goes on. Outside of that, roadways are doing good this morning. We don't need to go through all the traffic stuff, or we can. 36 minutes right now, Champions Gate to 408, not bad. And then downtown Orlando DOT cam still showing that traffic's moving pretty nice. I feel like it's a Friday out here. Ha, it's my Friday, but it's all good. The rest of us looking good on 408 as well, east and westbound out there, Bridget. So you guys have a great day. Drive safely. 10 a.m. ClickOrlando.com, YouTube, all that fun stuff, and maybe I won't get on a plane. We'll see what happens.
Okay, well, we'll see you there. All
See
right,
ya.
thanks. We do have some top headlines to get to this morning. We had some breaking news. There was a house fire at a house in Orlando near the Orlando Executive Airport. It was so bad you could see it from the traffic cameras. This is a traffic camera at the E-Pass by 408, and you could just see all the flames billowing there. But thankfully, the family got out safely, but they are getting assistance with a place to stay for right now, and they're investigating the cause of this fire. But our Mark Lehman was out there this morning gathering some more information. But like we said, thankfully, everyone's okay. But of course, the house suffered serious damage, as you can see. Also this morning, a bill filed in Tallahassee, lawmakers looking at getting a study done on what it would mean to eliminate property tax in the state of Florida. Now, the governor signaled that he likes this type of move. Some other leaders say that they're not sure they can afford to cut that kind of funding. So this study would be needed to figure out if this is something that might work out. And our Mike Valenti has more on that.
As consumers continue to contend with higher than normal prices, the thought of rising taxes is, well, taxing.
I think it's a good thing to at least try to bring some of the property taxes down. I know for my example, my parents, they moved back to the state and their taxes keep going up, and they're on a fixed income being retired, so it's getting a little challenging for them.
Governor DeSantis has taken to X to echo homeowners' complaints about property taxes. And the proposed study, included in a bill filed by Republican State Senator Jonathan Martin, specifically mentions the elimination of property taxes.
Why look at something that's working when you really have there's a lot of other stuff that someone could be focusing on?
Seminole County tax collector J.R. Kroll says, unfortunately, in this case, taxes are a necessary evil. The county collected $759 million in property tax revenue last year.
So if we said we eliminated a property tax, I said, where do we get $759 million to pay?
Proponents of property taxes will tell you that without the revenue stream, local government functions would suffer. Your county might use that money to pay for fire services. It's revenue that could go to libraries, the money funding schools and paying teachers. Or maybe it's funding to help maintain a park.
Could you see something like this going into effect?
A year ago, probably not.
The director of UCF's Institute for Economic Forecasting, Sean Snaith, notes that if property taxes do become a thing of the past, something needs to take its place to generate local revenue in the future.
There's an added benefit because of Florida's tourism economy. We've got 150 million people coming in from out of the state. They would help contribute and pay some of those sales taxes.
But Snaith says local governments see property taxes as a reliable source of revenue, since they are not typically sensitive to fluctuations in the economy. Mike Valenti, Getting Results, News 6.
So that's one of many issues we'll be following in Tallahassee and keeping you posted here on News 6 Plus and on clickorlando.com and News 6 on WKMG. Also this morning, the latest in our schemes and ripoffs reports. News 6 investigator Lewis Bolden talked to a couple who lost their down payment as they were trying to close on their house. It was a very scary moment for them. They lost a year's salary in a matter of minutes. So here's Lewis with more.
It was a rough day. It was a rough day.
Last month, when Matthew Brock and his wife were supposed to close on their 3-bedroom, 2-bath house in St. Cloud, what was supposed to be a day of celebration quickly took a turn.
Just sorrow and depression and sadness, like full sadness.
According to the police report, cyber crooks impersonated their title company by changing one letter in their email address. Instead of isabel@nasalaw.com, the crooks created isabel@nasalaw.co. So the Brocks were communicating with crooks but didn't know it.
I don't think you're really looking for one consonant to be left out of an email either.
When their title company emailed them the wiring instructions, the crooks hijacked the email and changed the bank, the routing number, and the account number. So these are the real instructions. They left off the wire fraud prevention notice, urging them to always verify wire instructions. More than $38,000 was gone. Brock says his wife was devastated.
I've known her for almost 20 years now, and I don't think I've ever seen her in that type of sadness. And it was real.
Brock moved quickly and called the bank where the money was sent and had the account frozen. But the money was gone, except $5,000, which the Secret Service helped him get back. He started a GoFundMe, and with the help of family and friends, they were able to buy the home anyway.
All right, here's the house.
Now, he wants to raise awareness.
Just stay vigilant. Have your eyes always open. And know that, yes, it can happen to you.
If you have to wire money, always call the title company to verify the wire instructions. Remember, don't fall for the scheme, don't get ripped off. But if you do, email me at lbolden@wkmg.com. Getting results, I'm Lewis Bolden, News 6.
There's always something to watch out for, so you can check that out more closely on clickorlando.com. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with a live interview about an oratorical contest coming up soon. We are back this morning. We have a live guest this morning, Nicholas Solomon, president of the local Alpha Phi Alpha chapter here in Orlando. It is good to have you with us, and another exciting event for the community is coming up. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, that is correct. We have our Belfort v. Lawson oratorical competition that will be coming up this Sunday.
And this is a tradition that you started, and it's in honor of Belfort v. Lawson. And so he was a significant person in Black history because of being the first African-American attorney to win a Supreme Court case. And he was also an Alpha.
That is correct. That is correct. He's also a member of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. So we honor him every February for Black History Month by doing an oratorical competition. This oratorical competition is open to middle and high school age students. They have an opportunity to be coached leading up to the oratorical, and also have opportunity to win a nice piece of hardware, first, second, and third place prizes, as well as laptops as well. So there's a lot that goes into the planning of it and leading up to it, and gives the students the opportunity to practice their skills.
Mm-hmm. And so you have several competing this year. You said you have 7 signed up. What will the topic be about this time? And like, how long do they have to make their presentations?
So the topic this year are voting rights essential for the 21st century American? Why or why not? And, obviously right now, in our country, that is a very important topic. So the students will have about 7 to 10 minutes each to speak on that topic and explain why or why not, explain their viewpoint on it. And whoever is the best, they win the grand prize. We have girls and boys that participate in our oratorical.
Is this just high school students?
It's high school, and it's open to middle school students as well.
Mm-hmm. And why is this so important to have an opportunity to do something like an oratorical competition, even if you're not, interested in being a public speaker?
it helps the students to be able to, argue their point. Some of them may or may not want to be a lawyer. They may or may not want to be in politics, but it helps them present well on the big stage. It prepares them for, going to college and whatever the next step may be in life.
Mm-hmm. And so, how can we get involved with that contest and your other upcoming community events? How can we show support?
So Ora Talk again is this Sunday. It starts at 3 p.m. It's going to be at St. Mark AME Church, and that's located at 1968 Bruton Boulevard. We have a few other events that are coming up. We're all about giving back to our youth and in the community. We'll be taking some boys on a college tour during the spring break next month in March during the Orange County spring break. This summer, we have our Frozen Jewel Run. This is something that we would like the community to participate in. They have an opportunity to, pay to be in the run, and also goes towards our scholarships and the other educational things that we do. And then later in the fall, we also have a golf tournament that the community can also participate in, and that also goes towards the scholarships and the things that we do through our educational foundation.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, awesome. It's always great to see so many different opportunities for the youth and to help support that and get back to them. And so, where can we go for more information to catch all of that and keep track of everything?
So you can always visit our Instagram page, our Orlando Alphas, or you can also go to our website, which is also Orlando Alphas.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Nicholas. Good to see you, and hope everyone can come out and enjoy that.
Thank you so much for your time, Bridgett.
Thank you. Also this morning, I want to tell you about a big plan for Castle Park. Maybe you've been to this playground, but it is one of the iconic playgrounds in the local community. And right now they're looking at making some upgrades out there to Castle Park, but it is up for debate because, there's some concern about sort of losing some of the charm that is there in Winter Park. But people will have a chance to weigh in on this. But Castle Park is on Denning Drive, and a lot of people say it does need a facelift. So they're going to give the community an opportunity to weigh in. And News 6's Catherine Silver went out to check it out and talk to some folks who are really interested in this.
This is a day that's perfect for play. And this is the perfect place.
I like about this playground that is shaped like a castle.
Do you like to pretend that you're in a real castle?
Sometimes.
Lisa Sojourner has been taking her kids here to what's affectionately called Castle Park for years, the same playground she visited as a child.
You come here just to go to this park.
Oh yeah, like kids love it.
Here, it's not just a playground. It's the idea that this wooden design, crafted more than 30 years ago, can be anything you want it to.
I like to pretend like when we're going on the slide, like it's a big cannonball shooter.
It's so accessible to the kids to be able to just kind of play and use their imagination through it. It can be a castle, it can be a pirate playground.
So when the city said they wanted to make changes, you can imagine the response. A notice about a public meeting posted online has hundreds of comments from people saying, please don't ruin our park.
I did hear about that, and I know myself and a lot of other moms were like a little nervous about it because we love it so much.
We took the city's presentation.
Do you mind if I show you?
To the public.
Wood replacement, just to bring it up to current safety standards.
The existing structure will be refurbished with the same character.
This would be great because she would be able to access the slides more.
The pathways will be more accessible, and so will the play structures.
So the swings would actually move closer over to the pavilion.
Oh, that's awesome.
This was an idea for a splash.
Oh, yeah. I love the natural part of it. Yeah, that's really, really nice.
Do you think the grandkids would love it?
Oh yeah, for sure.
These are concepts the city has been working on since 2022, and they hope people will tell them to keep going in this direction at Thursday night's meeting. If you want to give your input, it starts at 6 o'clock at the Community Center. In Winter Park, I'm Catherine Silver, getting results, News 6.
Of course, we'll be following that and keep you updated on what they come up with. Also, looking at the future of travel, we talk about that a lot. Top leaders at Orlando International Airport are pressing ahead with plans for a possible vertiport. Now, we're going to take a look at this, and this would come up on the northeast corner of airport property. It would be used for air taxi services and things like that. And so a handful of companies have this under development. If it goes according to plan, the vertiport could be operational by 2028. So, you go first. I don't know. I'm nervous about air travel, so that makes me nervous, but that's certainly exciting. We also want to thank you for coming out to Ormond Beach yesterday. We hit the road and you guys came out. We appreciate you and had so much fun there at Grind Gastropub and Kona Tiki Bar.
You said that you're here for a reason today. Why is that?
Because I love watching you all during the news. I love the evening news. I love the morning crew. It's such a fun group. I love Trooper Steve with all the women.
Oh, she's so sweet. Thank you for the support. We appreciate you. And we got to tell some great stories about Ormond Beach, known as the birthplace of speed. And you can check out all those reports still on clickorlando.com. And we will continue hitting the road. The next stop is Oviedo. So make sure you let us know about the stories you want to see us cover there as well. We're out of time for breakfast. We'll see you again at noon. Hope you have a great day.